You're on.
Hi everyone, Sarah here from the Paper Cut. First things first, always checking video. I have video. Let's see about sound. First things first. Yep, we have sound. So, which is pretty good because we did test it. This past weekend when I did Crafter's Classroom, I actually took my webcam that we used for when we made pepperoni bread, and so I used that. So I was kind of worried about things getting a little wonky with sound or video. Well, if you were watching Crafter's Classroom, you know that we flipped it so you guys were seeing it right, and then we didn't want to move the camera, so at the very end I said, well, we'll just go up and we'll just show me. You know, usually we start with me and then we go down to the table, but we didn't have that capacity, so we thought we'd show me at the end, not realizing that I had flipped the camera, so I was actually upside down on Saturday. Oh
Gives new meaning to being upside down.
Yeah. So yes, but we got it all back hooked up and we're ready to go. So tonight we're doing our Fun Time Thursday with our Pooh and Coffee cards. I did just almost finished designing the next Crafter's Classroom and the next Fun Time Thursday, which we'll show those when we get down on the table. Not quite yet.
Okay. I'm listening with one ear and doing something else.
We have our comments sold. We're going to do our first comment sold after our live on March 30th. So I'll talk about that a little bit more next week. I'll post links on Facebook, so if you're not connected through Comment Sold yet, you can do that. But we'll be doing that on March 30th, which is a Thursday, and we're going to do it right after the live demo. So approximately, we'll get off because then we have to set up the Comment Sold. It'll probably be about 5 minutes in between, so you'll have time to get a beverage or do what you need to do and then come back for Comment Sold, and we'll see how that works on a Thursday night. It won't be as long as it normally is because I'm going to do them, I think, like every other month, a little bit shorter time and on a Thursday right after our live. We'll see how that works out for everybody. Anyways, and then I'll have time for the orders to come in on the weekend. I'll get them printed out, and then Becky will, she'll be eager to start gathering those on Monday morning. Anyways, let's go down to the table and we'll look at the cards that we have coming up for Crafter's Classroom.
Okay, there you are.
Okay, so for Crafter's Classroom, let me make sure I get down to the table. This is a little bit different for me. Normally, I've done like more mechanical cards. I did do, a couple classes where I didn't have mechanical cards. That was the sympathy card class. So this one is using one set from Impression Obsession, and we're using the Peerless watercolors, which are nice to use. If you haven't watercolored before, like if you're new, like a lot of you that have been doing classes with me have used the Peerless before. But if you haven't watercolored before and you're just afraid of watercoloring, the Peerless makes it super easy. I should have said that during my Crafter's Classroom thing today. I was a little late. Sorry. Anyways, so we have we're doing these 3 cards, and I kind of did, the more clean and simple, but they're not as clean because we're doing watercoloring. But and there's a 4th card. I just haven't designed it yet. Somebody suggested sympathy, so I probably will do that because there's one more flower. These all come from the same set from Impression Obsession, but yeah, there's one more flower on that set. So I'll probably add a sympathy one to this. So anyways, that is April 8th. They're on the website right now. You can add on the book of Peerless if you want. You don't need to because you're going to get a little swatch set similar to this, probably not exact, but it might be exact like this, but it won't be used. But you'll have plenty to do the class and then a little bit for afterwards. So that's April 8th. And then we have our next Fun Time Thursday, which is going to be 3 cards. I don't have that last card designed yet. This one's about ovals, and this is using a bunny set from Rubbernecker, and it's a birthday bunny set. So like this is a birthday card, and it's a magic card. And then we have a scallop oval Z-fold card. And then we'll have another one. Now with this class, you will need I like to give you guys something to do in class. So this one is using their cloud stencil. So if you have a cloud stencil, you don't need it. So when I set these up online, it says it's the class price, and then there's optional add-ons. You can order the cloud stencil, you can order the birthday stencil, which I want to talk about, or you can order both stencils. If you have stencils that you want to use, like a background stencil, cloud stencils, then just get the class kit and join us and have fun. The birthday stencil, though, let's just talk about that for a minute, because their original birthday stencil was this set of balloons, and mine is a little bit dirty because I've been using it, and then this set with circles and triangles, and they do line up together, so you can stencil one and then put the other one down and stencil, and the balloons will fill in the open spaces of where the triangle, the confetti was. So, but they did alter this, so it's a 3 set. So one stencil has the balloons, one stencil has just the little circles, and one stencil has the little triangles. And there's something up in the corner, and I have the old version. I have their first version, so I only have 2. But when you get them, there will be 3. One with balloons, one with triangles, and one with circles. So you can do 3 different colors. And then there's something up in the corner to line them up. So if you're always matching the corners, then you'll be able to line them up. So that's what the stencils are about for this class. And there's, like I said, one more card that I'm not done with yet. So I'll get those last 2 cards done. We'll actually probably be ahead of time for shipping these kits, the Crafters Classroom and this one, because yeah, we're going on them already. So anyways, that's what's going, and this is April 16th, I think. It's after Crafters Classroom. It's the Thursday after Crafters Classroom.
I can't see it from here.
So I think I'm pretty sure it's the 16th. So anyways, today we're on our Fun Time Thursday, and we're doing our Pooh and Coffee cards. So my goal is to do a Crafters Classroom and a Fun Time Thursday every month. And I'm doing good so far, where you guys can order them and have them shipped together. So, because then you can save on shipping. So if you're signed, or if you have the kit, pull it out. We're going to start with the Funky Fold Accordion, and then we also have the step card and the layered card. So let's go on to those right away. So we're going to talk about the Funky Fold Accordion first. Hang on, I got some, because we do have a die for the Funky Fold Accordion. So
Kathy Moore said she ordered the classes today. Can she add the stencils?
Yes, but Kathy, you're probably going to need to contact me, not tomorrow, because I won't be in the office tomorrow, because it will put the stencils are not totally separate. They're on the class page as an add-on, so it will put another kit in your cart. So we don't want that to happen unless you want 2 of them. So contact me on Monday and I will get that added on for you. Or email me, and we can do it by email. But yes, if you ordered and you didn't realize about the stencils, then contact me by email or by phone if you want to talk to me, and we will get that added on for you. So I don't know if this is going to show up. But anyways, this is the Funky Fold Accordion. And that marker is pretty much close to dead. We do have a die for it. So I wanted to show you how the die works. Oh, that doesn't work either. This is the cut. Let's just make it easy. The dashes are the scores. This is the cut. So
it kind of works like my makeup brushes when I'm trying tonight.
Yeah. So my mom is doing her dance this weekend. I don't think I'm going to post it live. I think I'm going to record it and then we will post it. You know, just because. So, but we will show you. Anyways, for the die, it's this die. Don't buy it regular price. Wait until we have a sale, unless you really need to, because this is a rather expensive die, because the dies, when they make them, we get them made in the US. There's some people that get them made in China. They're much cheaper from China, but I didn't want to go to China, so we get them made in the US. So if you're like, how come her dyes are so expensive? That's why. Sorry, but yeah. Anyways, so the dye does the cuts and the scores. Okay. And first you're going to cut your paper to 5.5 by 12. So 5.5 by 12. And I did it as a 12. Like our original one is a little bit longer. It is 12 3/4. But most people don't have 12 3/4 inch paper. So we did the die. So each panel is 4 inches on the one that you're going to cut the die with. So it is slightly smaller. Let's see. And I did have a piece of paper here. And I did have it cut to 5.5 by 12. Now the directions say to, and it does come with directions. So they say to cut your paper 5.5 by 12, or you can cut it, you know, a hair under 5.5. And then it's a 1 7/8 inch template. Or you measure with your ruler. So you take your ruler and you measure, but you guys know that templates work great. I use them a lot. And the score, see how it's about 1/8 of an inch in? So you could actually probably go a little bit, because it should be the same on both sides. So if I take this over here, it should be the same. Actually, I did it to the edge of the die. So yeah, a 1 7/8 inch template. I'm going to set my template there, and I'm going to get my removable tape out if I can find it. Here it is. Or washi tape. Washi tape works too. So I have my template there, and I have my, and actually I think I have enough tape on there.
You did say they get samples of the Pureless in their kits, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
But I put a link for the Pureless out there also if they.
Yeah.
For those.
For the Pureless, you're gonna, in the thing, you're gonna get like swatches, you know, kind of, you know, probably thinner like this, because you don't need that much. Yellow, you'll need yellow and orange. You'll need a little bit more, so those will be a little bit wider. The green, you don't need much. So they might not be this big. Maybe like that. But there is the, you can order the Pureless book right from that page. And I think you save a couple bucks by ordering it. So if you were thinking you want it, you could get it as an optional add-on with that kit. So anyways, we have that taped on there. If we want to check and make sure we have it right, we could go to the other side. So now I'm going to run that through. That's another reason why I made it smaller, because then it would fit on the smaller die cut machines. And hang on, I have my die cutter set up for embossing folders last week, so it's not going through right now. Here we go. Now it's working. So now the lines, whenever you're using a thin metal die like this, are not as pronounced. So on here you can tell the bump side and the indent side. When you're doing one, you know, with a thin metal die, those lines are not as deep. So you could take a stylus and a ruler and you could make those even more, or you just be careful when you're folding them. Okay. So I'm going to fold this one. You guys can watch, and then I'm going to fold this one, and you can watch some more. It's the hardest part about doing virtual is I can't go around and manually help you. So if you want to watch a couple times, because then we're going to actually fold our good one. So whenever I fold our Funky Fold Accordion, I always work on the outsides first and then the middle. So like these two scores go all the way across, but they're opposite folds. And right here, this is where people make the biggest mistake. And I'm just going to show you on one that I just have a scrap piece of paper here. So the biggest mistake is people will take and they'll do this first fold right here, and it doesn't go all the way across, but they'll take their hand, because that's the way you want to fold, is you just want to fold like that. Well, then you're putting a crease where there isn't a score. So that's the biggest mistake that people do when they're folding some of the step cards or funky folds. I always like to use, one of my fingers behind the score and then 2 other fingers on opposite sides of the score, because you don't want to necessarily like fold it in half like you do a card. You just want to, kind of bend those folds in the direction they're supposed to go. So like these are mountain folds, okay? And then we're going to walk our fingers down and fold the next 2 valley folds. And then we're going to walk our fingers down, and then we're going to do a mountain fold. Walk our fingers down again, and again, this one does not have a score going all the way across, so you're just going to do a valley fold. So we had a mountain, depending on how you're looking at this. We can turn it the other one. Oh, we can't. We can turn it this way. A mountain, a valley, a mountain, a valley. So again, mountain fold, walk your fingers down, valley fold, mountain fold, valley fold. And then these scores in the middle, they're opposite. So right here we have a valley. This one's a mountain. This one's a mountain fold. So on here we have a valley. And then they will just kind of swoosh together. Technical term, swoosh. So that's our Funky Fold Accordion. So now when I do my one that I cut with the die, the scores are there. You can see I didn't add any, but they're not as deep. So you really need to kind of watch where those scores are. And I'll go through this again when I do my my actual card. So we did a mountain, a valley, a mountain, a valley. But there's so many folds going on here that people, sometimes it's difficult, and it's easier when I'm in person and can walk around and actually help you. And then we're going to squoosh them together. So yeah, so this one is 4 inches instead of 4 1/4. Like our pre-cut one is 4 1/4. This one is 4 inches, the one made with the die. So that's the difference between the die and the pre-cut. Now, the die, I would do the pre-cut unless you're going to do something, special with them, because we have them in, I don't know, I want to say 20 colors maybe, but if you're looking for a totally different color. So anyways, let's go on and fold our actual card from our kit. Now this kit is no longer available. It did sell out. We've been close to selling out kits a lot lately, so we're going to up the number that we do so they're available after the class. And Becky's not putting them together, 10 more after the class. So yeah, we just discussed that this week. We're just going to increase the number of kits by a little bit. Because that's when we tend to miss things, or it's harder because you're piecing them together after the fact. It's easier when we do a whole bunch. Speaking of pieces, if you're missing anything, definitely let us know. If you're watching right now, you can post it, as a comment, and my mom will write it down. And then if you are watching this after, so if you're watching the replay and you're missing a piece, definitely email me or send me a Facebook message. But sometimes I don't always get Facebook messages right away, so I don't know. I might be technically challenged sometimes. So let's go on and fold our card together. We had to fold one of the folds just so it fit in the envelope. So you want it flat. And right now I'm on the indent side. Okay. And I'm holding it either end. It doesn't matter because it's exactly the same. Like I said, I like to put one finger behind the score, and then on the front I like to put my other 2 fingers. So the first one is a mountain, and you're going to unfold it. The next one we're going to walk our fingers down, then it's a valley. Then we're going to walk our fingers down some more, and then it's a mountain. Walk our fingers down to the last one, and it's a valley. So we have a mountain, a valley, a mountain, a valley. So again, mountain, walk our fingers down, valley, walk our fingers down, mountain, walk our fingers down, valley. Now when you're doing the two middle scores, this one is already folded because we folded one for you, but just in case it's not, this one's a valley, so the middle section is opposite, it's a mountain. So that's a mountain fold. This one is a mountain on the outsides, so on the inside, it's a valley. And then, like I said, we're gonna just kind of push it over and squoosh it down. So, and then you have your Funky Fold Accordion.
Everybody's quiet, Sarah.
Everyone's quiet. They're all concentrating. But let's look at our pieces. This one had a lot of pieces, so I'm not going to be shocked if there's anything missing. I mean, there's a lot. So let's go inventory our pieces first. We have our two pieces. These are on the ends. So two, and I'm going to kind of flatten my thing out just so I can kind of put the pieces where they go. So these two are on the ends. We have two bigger ones of glitter paper that go behind it. Hang on, I'm going to make it so it's all in the view. Okay, then we have our Pooh, and we're going to fussy cut him out. We have that piece. Let's go on to, hang on, I've got to put my template away, because if I don't put it away, it might not get found if I leave it on the table. We have two coffee bean ones. Now the stamps and printed papers from all of these cards are from Impression Obsession. These we're going to cut. So these actually go on the ends, but we're going to cut them just because it was easier. And we have words. Let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 words. Your words are all cut the same width, so we are going to trim those off. We have two pieces of this pattern paper. One is going to fit right here. The other one is going to fit right here, and it's a little bit short, but that's okay because our Pooh is going to cover it up. And then we have a piece of glitter paper and a piece of brown. These are for behind words. Not every word has glitter paper, that's why it's a little bit smaller. And then we have this middle piece for right here. So if you're missing a piece, it doesn't mean you can't put your card together because you can just add it when it comes. But we have a little bit of ink blending. On these three pieces, I blended a little yellow. On these, I blended just a tiny bit. See how I blended some yellow around here and around here and around here. And then on my words, they are cream already, but if you want to add a little bit of ink to them, you can. If you don't want to add ink to them, just leave them right the way they are. So, but let's go on and do some ink blending first. Let's get the inking out of the way. Okay. And then we will put our ink pads away. Now you can, I'm either going to use yellow or yellow ochre. Honestly, I can't remember which one I used. I think I might have used the yellow ochre. And I might change my mind.
Pooh stamps, right? From Impression Obsessions?
Yep, they're from Impression Obsession.
Okay, I got it.
I think there was 2 different sets in this class. Actually, maybe 3, because there's a coffee set too. So we're just going to brush blend just to add a little color. And that's just a quick inking.
Oh, where'd it go?
And the paper pads the pattern paper is from Impression Obsession too.
Okay.
Okay. And if you want to add, I didn't add much color to these, just a little bit. So I didn't even reload my my brush because I just added a little color. It wasn't quite creamy enough for me. What you looking for, Mom?
Well, I'm not looking. My computer froze up at one point
Oh.
on one page, so that's ticking me off.
The glitter paper, I think that's Sunset Shimmer. Or is it copper? I think it might be copper. Shiny Copper Diamond Print Glitter is that one. Okay, so I'm going to put that away. And I'm going to go ahead and get most of the pieces attached. Now, when I attached this piece that goes right here, you want to attach this first before you attach your ends. And if you like bigger borders, feel free to cut your layers down if you want to, if you want to see more of that brown edge, you can always cut down. But you want to attach this one first just because this one overlaps it. So get your tape gun out. I'm going to attach these 3 first. I'm going to tape a few pieces at a time just because. Okay. Oops, ran out of tape. Well, hot diggity. I did bring another tape gun in here though. I didn't realize that one was so close to out. Oh, that one I already had tape on. And then when you attach this little one, just put it closer to the score because your Pooh is going to cover that up. I was trying to conserve on pattern paper. You know how that goes. So the big one is going to go in the middle. So we're kind of flattening it out, and that's fine. It'll fold back, but it's easier when they're flat. And then we have this one that goes on that side. This is the back of the card. This is the front. So the left is the front. The other side is the inside or back. And see how this one goes further past the score, and these are going to cover that up. Now you could have always trimmed it, but I just made it so it would get covered up. And see how that one I put closer to the score because Pooh is going to cover that section up right there. Now we're going to attach the coffee. Now see how mine has a little bit of white. When our trimmer, it must have not been lined up with the edge of the paper, so it has a little bit of white. You can either take an ink pad or a marker and cover that up, or you can just snip it off. Or if it doesn't bother you, then don't worry about it. But yeah, if it bothers you, you can always just take a marker like that and cover that up. Not everybody has that. It's just if that piece of paper when it was printing was not even with the rest of them. And then when we went and trimmed it. So there might be a few out there. So you can either trim it, or I took a marker and just boom. So let's attach these two on there. Coffee beans. I think this was Vintage Coffee from Impression Obsession. Okay, so I'm attaching my, and you don't have to put, like, if you're like, oh, this is a lot of cutting and work for the Funky Fold Accordion, I've done these, and I have a sample, it's probably buried, where I took a background stamp and I stamped it, and then really I just put a couple, like I put something big right here, and some words on the inside, and maybe something going across the middle, so you don't have to cut all of these little pieces. So, and I have seen one, and this was before stencils were you know, as popular as they are, you could take stencils and just stencil color on the background too. So now, we did talk about this, about paper sticking to the glitter paper. So the little snails, these little guys, don't work that good. My ATG works pretty good. If you're worried about it, you can use a little bit of wet adhesive on the back of here, and the wet adhesive like sticks and will not come off. So that's up to you. But yeah, we talked about adhesives and the glitter paper a while back. But yeah, definitely the cheaper snail tape runners will not stick to the glitter paper. So wet adhesive sticks to the glitter paper. Now the ATG does. It's not gonna like just pop off, but I can pry it off. Even a little, you know, let's see. So I used my ATG on here. So it's pretty stuck. I can pull it off, but it's not like this sample I've had, you know, and I've been playing with, and it's not coming off at all. But if I wanted to peel it off, I could. So, but if you use a wet adhesive, it's stuck for good. Foam tape usually sticks for good too. Yeah, that's the one bad thing about like the rougher glitter paper. Okay, so now we're going to stick these on the ends. I should have said in homework you could have fussy cutted. Is it fussy cut? I think it's fussy cut. You could have fussy cut the Pooh image out. But I'm going to do mine right while you guys are watching me. It is, so this time last year, I did a birthday card for Ev, grandson, and he is 2 this year. But we're doing this class, so I can't be doing his birthday card during the class. I actually have to come in tomorrow and do his birthday card. But where was I going with that? I don't know where I was going with that. Oh, I know where I was going with that. He likes, his theme is tractors, and he's totally into tractor. Like that's his tractor, 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 tractor. That's like all he says. He says lots of stuff, but you can really understand the tractor. Anyways, for his party, I printed out a whole bunch of tractors and farm animals and all that stuff. So we did a lot of fussy cutting for decorations for the party. So, and it's a farm theme. So what would that be if you didn't have any farm animals there? So, courtesy of my mom, we have just a few, just a small amount of farm animals to come. Because there's going to be some kids
But
there.
Sarah,
so.
you were so good because you got permission for me to do that.
We were going to make it a surprise, and we thought before some farm animals show up, we should probably get permission. So we did. Anyways, so cut your paper, cut your blue ones to 2 inches or a hair under. These are, they're a little over 4, so you have a little wiggle. No, they're exactly 4. So cut them in half at 2. Cut your 2 blue pieces into 2-inch pieces. I'll cut mine more on camera. So you'll cut your blue pieces into 2-inch pieces. So yes, we did a lot of fussy cutting of farm stuff. I've had a good share of fussy cutting lately. I should be pretty good at it right now. There's a fabric with John Deere tractors. What we're looking for is fleece with John Deere tractors on it. That's harder to find. Because, yeah, the lady at the fabrics, at like Joann Fabrics, said that there's fabric, like flannel, but we were kind of looking for a fleece. He likes a fleece blanket. He likes the tie blankets, and then he kind of plays with the ends of them. So yeah. So yeah, I won't be at work tomorrow. So don't try and call me tomorrow because I'll be working on party stuff. Okay, so our 4 blue pieces. And like I said, this one I cut a lot of pattern paper up, but you don't have to do that. So don't be afraid of the Funky Fold Accordion. Pull out a stencil, pull out a background stamp, and just have at her. And decorate that way. Alright, should we go on to our words next before this piece we can put on there. So we can cut this.
Get a Brothers scan and cut machine. I think you have that. Isn't that what you have, Sarah?
I do have a Brother scan and cut, but I need to replace the mats. And actually I have trouble with when it's feeding in. I think my rollers I either need new like rollers that suck it in, or they need to be cleaned from all the paper dust, because sometimes it doesn't suck in very good. So words. Let's cut our words. Let's do our word layers, and then we'll cut Pooh. So yeah, I'm just going to hand cut. If you want to pull out your personal paper trimmer and cut, you can have at her. I'm just going to be a go for it kind of gal. This one is pretty much cut. It's cut a hair bigger than the one I have here, but I'm just going to leave it to the exact size that it is. This one is right there. You have to trim the width, and I didn't give you the width, just chop it. And this one is pretty much it's cut. I did cut mine. If you can leave it the size it is, or you can cut it down a little bit smaller, up to you. That's the thing, this is your project, so you do what you want to do. So now these I'm going to attach to my brown, and then I'm going to trim. So let's go ahead, and I'm just going to attach all 4 of them, and then I'm going to trim. You can pull out your personal paper trimmer and trim, or you can hand cut. It's up to you. Whatever you want to do, whatever makes you comfortable.
Thanks, Marion. She sent a link for the John Deere
The fleece?
fleece.
Oh, nice. He is such a cutie. Oh my gosh. Can you even believe it's been 2 years?
No, I can't. Oh my gosh. He is. And I've got that picture of him in my bedroom that I see that you gave me
that
for
I gave
Christmas.
you for Christmas, yeah.
Yeah.
He is a cutie patootie.
Oh, and they're going to have their hands full.
He rules the roost. He's their first one, so yeah, he does rule the roost pretty good. Okay.
Oops.
Whoops. I'm going to get my big scissors out, and I'm just going to cut these. It's kind of like fussy cutting. Or you can pull out your personal paper trimmer.
Yeah, it's a cute card.
I don't know what I'm doing next month. I need to start planning ahead.
What?
Yeah, I know. Everybody would probably fall over if I planned ahead.
We all fell off our chairs.
Yeah. I do know next month for Crafter's Classroom, though, I think I'm going to do another book kit, but I don't know what I'm going to do for paper cut. So the only one that I have backed in glitter paper is this one, and I did pop it up with foam tape and then trimmed it. So, but you've got extra glitter paper here, so if you want to back more words with glitter paper, there's probably not enough glitter paper to back all of the words, but you could definitely back, a couple things with it if you wanted. Like this one would work with glitter paper behind it too. Yeah, for sure the small one, and depending on how you put this one on there. Or the size you got, because when we send a scrap, they're not always the same size. So actually maybe I'll back that one with glitter paper too. I don't like to use a ton of foam tape in here. I did use foam tape behind here, and I did use foam tape right here. It gets a little bit thicker for mailing, but yeah, you can do whatever you want. So because this sticks better with the foam tape to the glitter paper, I'm gonna do this one. It's not on my sample, but I'm gonna do it anyways. So like I said, you have a little bit of extra glitter paper. You do whatever you want to do. Okay, so now my words. These on my original sample I popped up. This one I put down flat, but it's not backed with glitter paper. This one, when you attach this one, you only want to put tape on half of it. See, if you put tape on the whole thing, you're going to stick your card, open. So you only want tape on the half that's sticking to the panel. And then this one I did pop up with a little bit of foam tape too. So I'm going to turn some of these over. This one I'm going to put just regular adhesive on. This one I'm going to put regular adhesive on, but only on half. So I only put it on half. See how it sticks up like that? And then this one I did stick down here. And these two I'm going to put a little bit of foam tape on. I have my foam tape pre-cut tonight, so that was a bonus. And then I am going to go cut out my Pooh and attach him on there. So yeah, this one's just a little putsy, but I've done one of these with where I was telling you about where I just used a background stamp. I did it as a like a nighttime event making tape type thing, where I stamped the background and it had like a Santa right here and a word right here and just something going across the middle, and that was it. So okay, so fussy cut with me. Unless you did it already. Oh, I did cut out the inside of my coffee cup handle on my original sample. That was kind of being overly ambitious, but I'll see if I can do that tonight too. Yeah, I still have projects to do for the party. All of the food name tags, which we're just doing fun farm ones, like the watering hole and hay bales for the cornbread. Pinterest has a lot of great ideas. course, when my kids were younger, we just thought them up all on our own because Pinterest wasn't a thing. But yeah, it's fun. It's fun. Okay, now to cut out the middle, I used a really sharp scissors and just poked a hole in it. It's a little tricky, but I liked having the open coffee cup.
A little manicure scissors works nice for that.
Oh yeah, that would work nice. Or you could use an X-Acto knife.
Yes.
Remember when we used to use those?
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
They didn't have all the nice little scissors and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, X-Acto knives. I still have a bunch of them. I don't use them as often.
That'll cut your finger in a hurry.
Yeah. So you don't have to go to this detail if you don't want to. But yes, a nice little scissors is best for getting the inside of this coffee cup if you are working on that.
I have one in the back.
I'm
It's
not
more
going to
fun
be
to
as
work.
ambitious to cut out the bottom of the chair. But if you don't want that white, you could take and, brush blend it tan. Because I think that's what I did on here. Actually, I'm going to do that. Because then it doesn't stick out white. Okay, so now when you're attaching Pooh on there, you for sure want to cover up that gap right there. But you want to make sure not to put adhesive where it's not sticking to the front of the card. Okay, so in this little corner right here, don't put adhesive. And that's the bottom right hand corner of the coffee cup because it's not attaching to anything right here. And I did pop him up too. Now I probably didn't cut enough foam tape for today, so I'm going to start using not as much. So the bottom right hand corner of the coffee cup, do not put adhesive. And it's up to you if you want to put it on the handle or not. I'm curious if you guys send your cards or do you collect them or use them as future samples, or do you mail them, or do you keep them? So I'm just curious. I don't send as many cards as I do in class, but my son sure gets good use out of them. All right, so there is our Funky Fold Accordion. Now, if you need to go back, Mountain, if your folds got all wonky, Mountain, Valley, Mountain, Valley. Leslie said she sends them, and usually in card swaps. Mail some, send some. That's nice.
Cute,
yeah.
cute, cute.
So we're done with that one.
Keep some and mail some. Send them usually in card swaps. Yeah. Like that.
Let's go to our stair step card. Now, this one I have to tell you that we did fold this one for you, and I'm going to show you, we do have a die for this one too. So we folded this one for you because when I put stuff in kits that's 11 inches long, it doesn't fit in the little mailer. So that's why we folded this. And I have this one as a demo. Oh, I know, when Becky was folding it, she missed folding on the score. So that's the important thing, is you want to make sure to fold on the scores when you're folding. So I'm going to go through how to die cut one of these, and then I'll go through the folding of it. And then we'll go on to the assembly. So with this one, This is our A2 center step die. So we have, how many different step cards do we have? We have 5 different step cards. 2 of them have this part where you have the big front panel. Then we have the inner and the outer, which are basically die cut the same. And then we have our square front stair step, which is just like this, except it's a square. So this middle panel is bigger. So let's go, well, first of all, let's do the inner and the outer, just because I brought that in just so I can show you the dies for the difference in the dies. So for the inner and outer stair step cards, it tells you to start with a scored card because the score goes all the way across. And on those 2 dies, they have points. Now, when I got these made, these were my first one. These points are pretty darn sharp. I should have had them round these slightly so they weren't as sharp. But these points are there because they line up with the score on the card. So for the inner and the outer, which isn't what we're doing today, they have these points, and you start with an A2 scored card and you just line it up and you put them through. So these are the easiest ones to do because really there is no measuring. There's take an A2 scored card, line up your points with the already scored card, and then put it through your machine. So hang on a second, I gotta move my cutter. And my die cutter is already set up, so yeah, the inner and the outer, the dies are the same because they have the point, and you line the points up with the score. And oops, and I didn't have it quite. I didn't have it quite tight enough for this one. Hang on a second, let me see if I can line that up. Again, in the exact same spot. This might be interesting. Okay, now I have it a little bit tighter. And again, this is not a card we're doing tonight. I just want to show you the difference between the dies. So this one and this one, oh, you know why? Oh, duh, Sarah. Okay, well, I'm not going to show you this one very good because this was actually the outer stair step card, so it was supposed to go off the edge of the paper.
That won't work very well.
No, so it cuts down one side and the other side is off. So this is the outer, and I kind of positioned it like it was the inner. So anyways, I'm not going to fully show you that one. But we weren't doing that one anyways.
Hey, life. That's the beauty of life.
So there we go. But the inner and the outer, that's how you would set them up. I was just working with the wrong one. Anyways, for our A2 center one, which is actually the card we're working with, and the horizontal, which is the same with this front step, it's just shorter and wider. They have the same type of die where it actually looks like this. So, and it tells you you need a 15/16 inch template. So you line your template up at the bottom of your paper. Always keep your templates handy, or some people keep them with their dies. Then you are going to just line your paper up, kind of center it, you know, because if you go all the way off to one side, you'll have a bigger step. Our steps right here are the same width. So if you put your die all the way off to one side, you're going to have a bigger step on one side than the other side. So kind of center your die and use your removable tape, hold it in place. You can take your template off, then run it through. This one I know I'm doing right. Maybe. No, just kidding. I couldn't figure out why that didn't cut on the other side. Duh.
I might say the same thing trying to put on these fakey fingernails.
No, my mom's got fakey fingernails for her dance tomorrow. So, anyways, for folding, Now, our scores are, you guys don't have to fold because we already did it for you. Becky did it. If she's watching, everybody say, thank you, Becky. She was watching earlier. I don't know if she still is.
Yeah, I can't tell.
She does a really great job of putting the kits together. And we kind of figured out when we were missing that one day, we figured out what the problem was. Because that normally doesn't happen. So anyways, these are our scores. I like to hold it with starting at the top. So I actually hold it backwards. So this is the front. And again, I fold the outside first and then the middle. And I always put, you know, a finger behind my score and a finger on the opposite sides of the score. So that's a mountain fold. And you can actually do this one. There's only one score here. So these three are all mountain folds, mountain, mountain, mountain. So you can do that one too. And then I usually just do one side at a time because I walk my finger down. That's a valley and that's a mountain. And again, a mountain in the front, a valley behind it. So that's the fold. And then I turn it around and that's actually the front of the card. But yeah, for some reason, I don't know why, I'm just more comfortable starting with my mountains right here and facing away from me. So whatever you're more comfortable with, but again, your card is already folded. So I am going to put my template back in my little template holder. And then we are going to move on. So this one I didn't color, so you do have to color it. But let's put everything else together first, and let's just make sure we have everything. Did I do any, let's see, where's my sample for this one? Hang on a second, I'm going to pull it. I did do a little brush blending on this one. So let's pull out our ink pad again and see this background paper right here. I did a little brush blending, and I just did it in little areas, like I did a little darker. So you don't have to do it even all the time. You can, you know, do some darker, some lighter. I might have used a smaller brush than this one, just so I could get some smaller areas, but it's up to you. Do whatever you want. Do whatever turns your crank for tonight, and it may be different tomorrow.
Ooh.
So really simple brush blending. Oh, I did a little bit of brush blending on our word. I did a little bit more because that's printed on white and I didn't want it to fully be white. So I think I brush blended the whole thing just to cream it up. And then I did a little bit more on the edges. I might have actually picked it up with my brush blend so I didn't, you know, do the whole thing dark. This is like the old sponge. You would take a sponge and just go around the edge. Or you could take your ink pad. It's a little bit harder to control that way. But if you just take the sponge on the edge, you can get that darker edge effect too. Okay, so this piece obviously fits there. And I used foam tape. My mom's working at her fingernails because you guys are so quiet. So she's checking out how her fingernails are going to work.
So that's the first time I ever put on fakey fingernails. Let's see if we can do this. Oh, well.
Yeah, if she has fakey fingernails on, she probably won't be able to type. But that's okay. She's not putting them on tonight. She's just figuring them out. Anyways, we are going to put these two together first and attach them because they get attached towards the top because this part gets covered up. So don't put this strip on first because then you're not going to be able to put this layer on. So put this middle layer on first. So attach those two together.
Oh, I think I'm going to have to call my granddaughter. Leave your nails alone. No, these are fakey fingernails, Leslie. They're not mine. Oh.
Here, give me your little thing, or give me a couple of them.
Here, I'll give you. But be careful. Don't. They'll fall out. So make sure.
Yeah. See, she's got these little fun nails for her dance thing. So yeah, she's trying to figure out how to put her fingernails on.
Same things they put on at the. Oh my God.
Yeah, she's not picking at them. She's trying to put them on.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you should have just called Leah and then had her set you up at the place that she gets her nails done.
Yeah. I wonder if I could take these to this.
Oh yeah, Marion Phillips. Go to the nail salon. Let them do them. It's probably too late for that because it's tomorrow. Well, no, I don't
I'm
know.
off all day tomorrow. Well, I have to get my hair done at 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
So.
You should give Leah a call. See if she'll call you.
She's probably working.
No, you should give her a call tonight and have her call her salon and make an appointment for you. So anyways, now I can put this bottom one on. And then I can put the little safety orange strip on, which is this one.
Actually, if I get these on, I could see a new future for me.
What?
I'm not this patient. Oh, yike.
Okay. And then these two little strips are going to attach right here. They should be cut to size, but if they're a little long, you can snip them a little.
I shouldn't be able to get in. Yeah.
All right.
Type A personality.
I mean, you can unfold this so you can actually see where it goes, because attach it close, your equal borders at the top, and then it might be either, oops, this one's stuck. So equal borders at the top, and then the bottom you don't see as much, so if it's not a good border on the bottom, it's okay. So when you attach this piece, don't put tape on the whole thing, because there's a few little spots that hang out. So just a little bit on each side, don't put tape on.
I wonder if there's a left and a right to these things.
I don't know.
Top and a bottom, I know, but
Okay,
left
so
and
that
right.
piece can go on. And then we are going to color Winnie, or the Winnie the Pooh, and we are going to color the butterflies and the eggs. And I could have done that ahead of time, but here we go. I don't even remember. I should actually write the marker colors down so I remember what I did. Let's do that. Yeah, I could have assigned this as home, or did I assign this as homework? I don't remember. Doesn't matter. I'm doing mine. So let's do pink egg. It's a cute little basket, cute little Pooh. Oops.
Oh, yeah.
Good thing you guys are all working hard and not having a lot of questions. But you can type a question, my mom will.
Yeah.
She's watching. She's multitasking.
Pretty darn good for being in my 80th year.
She turned 79, and my brother is questioning her. He thinks she's losing it, and she's really 80. That's what Dave said.
They don't get it, Sarah.
He said he's convinced that she's 80. That's what he told his wife. That's what he told Carol.
That's what he told her?
Yeah, he said, no, she's 80.
What type of paper and ink do you use for Winnie the Pooh?
The paper is our Cougar Opaque. Now, it's our 80-pound Cougar Opaque. We also have a 100-pound Cougar Opaque. And I'm using... Oh, I printed it. We want to see your driver's license.
All right. I'm going to get it out. But if they looked at my hospital birth certificate that I altered so many times when I was too young to go to the bars.
Shame on you.
Oh.
I never did that.
No, you just borrowed somebody else's.
And back to this. I cheated. I printed Pooh. Okay, so he was printed with a laser printer. But if you're coloring with Copics, you want to use an archival ink pad. Okay, and this is our 80-pound Cougar Opaque. I use it for the Copics all the time. I use it with Copics all the time. I know people say Nina Classic Crest, but this works just as good. I've been using this all the time. My Pooh color, if you have Copics, is YR24. Do you have your driver's license with you?
Sure. Oh, no, I don't.
Oh, okay.
Because I didn't bring that coat.
We'll ask her next week to verify.
Well, listen, I was born in 1949.
49?
44, I mean.
Jeez,
I was born in 44, so that makes me 79, which puts me officially in my 80th year. Yeah, now that ought to confuse a lot of people.
Dave, my brother, is convinced that she was born in 44.
I was born in 44.
No, that she was born in 43.
Oh, he must have found my fake birth certificate.
So, anyways, they did tell me, look at your mom's driver's license. So yes, that was a discussion we had.
All right, I'm taking a picture of that and I'm sending it to Carol.
Okay.
She can...
Now, when you're coloring with Copics, I've never taken a Copic class, but there's somebody that I know that uses Copics, and her coloring just looks amazing. And she does a lot of these shadowy lines around.
Okay, Leslie. You're older than me? Oh, so we're all young.
I want my stomach to stay a little bit lighter.
Age is just a number anyway. So my goal, wear out this body. Oh, congratulations, Leslie. She turns 80 on May 6th.
You are a little bit, well, unless my mom's wrong on her on her birthday.
Well, listen, there was some confusion about whether I was born on March 13th or 14th.
I knew that.
I got that straightened out with the Social Security office. They're the ones that messed it up in the first place.
Okay. So anyways, now I'm going to cut him out. So yeah, if you're done coloring, you fussy cut him out. Well, we have our birthday discussion here.
Where do we order the kits at, Sarah? I can go to the paper cut.
These kits are gone.
I'm sorry?
These kits are sold out.
These are sold out.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, I don't want to put them. If you want one of these, email me, okay? Because I'm not going to put them online, but we might have enough pieces and parts to do a couple more. So if you want a Pooh kit, email me. If Becky's online, she's probably going to kill me, but that's okay. No! Okay, she won't kill me. Well, then I won't be here next week. But, so yes, if you want a Pooh kit, you know, we normally have extra pieces. It's like she probably ran out of like 1 or 2 pieces or whatever. So email me if you're interested in a Pooh kit, and we'll see what we can do. But like I said, we're starting with this round of kits, April's kits. We're going to increase our number so we don't run out and don't have to make up more after the fact. We're just going to make up more to begin with. Did you put, oh yeah, email Sarah. So.
Okay, Leslie, so you're turning 80 on May 6th. That officially puts you in your 9th decade. I love it. So I'm going to, my goal is to use up this body because I know I can't take it with me. So I'm going to use it to the nth degree.
Which is what she's doing with dancing.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to dance more. Hey, Leslie, it's a scary thought, but you know what? If we weren't getting older, we would be dead. We don't want that either. Not yet.
Alrighty, so here we go. Cut out Pooh, then you can cut out the butterflies, or if you have a butterfly die cut and want to do that instead of cutting out these guys, you can do that. Okay.
Ballroom dancing, yes, yes, yes.
Yep, ballroom dancing, that's what she's doing. So I will post it on our paper cut page. Or should I post it on the class page? I'll post it on the paper cut page. You guys all know my mom.
Well, it has to go through a process to get posted, Sarah.
What do you mean?
Well, it has to. If I fall down, you can't post that.
She's not going to fall down.
Carol, yes, it is ballroom dancing, and I'm doing a waltz to Barry Gibb's song "End of the Rainbow" as a tribute to my late husband. And then on Saturday, I do lots of freestyles: cha-cha, rumba, tango, foxtrot.
I won't be there to get those on tape because I'll have the birthday party, the 2-year-old birthday party.
Yeah.
So. But I will get the waltz.
So Sarah told me I could do what I wanted to on Saturday when I told her I was conflicted about whether I should stay and dance or whether I should go to the 2-year-old great-grandchild's birthday party. So I chose to dance.
I said, do what makes you happy.
Yes, do what makes me happy. So I chose to dance, and instead I'm sending farm animals to
the party. She's sending friends to the party.
Where will this be? This will be in Oshkosh, Wisconsin, at the
Hilton Garden Inn.
At the what?
Hilton Garden Inn.
Hilton Garden Inn, yes.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know how many local people are watching, but yeah, 7 o'clock tomorrow night in Oshkosh. Now, when you're putting this on, don't put it underneath the basket, the edge of the basket, because that part is not on. That part is sticking off a little. And again, this one's white too, and if you want to take your blending brush and just color it a little bit in so it's more creamy, you can do that. Oops. Don't do it when it's all stuck to the table though, like I just did. and then attach your butterflies wherever you want. And these I think I attached with a little bit of glue. I did. So let's see what I have here for glue. You could use a little bit of foam tape, but it was small. So.
Yeah, Leslie, you're right. He won't remember. That 2-year-old, he won't remember.
Nope.
Next year I should go, yes.
He's going to be way too into his tractors to...
Yeah, unless I were a tractor, he wouldn't care. He'll like the farm animals, though.
Yes, he will like the farm animals. So under this guy, I just glued underneath the thing so then I could bend him out, and you can bend this one out. Now if you're putting it in an envelope, it doesn't matter, but yeah, I just bent him out a little bit. So yeah, there's our stair-step card.
Yeah, Laura Plummer, real animals. Let's see, sir. We have
goats.
We have goats and maybe a donkey.
Maybe a miniature donkey or miniature horse, and some bunnies, and some
kittens, and if a pig, if she can find a pig.
She was trying to find a pig. She had a pig, but the pig died, so she was trying to find a pig, like a potbelly pig or something like that. So anyways, now we're on to our, the problem with the kits is I just used Becky's sample. So I will put them together because we're going to have to look at the actual samples to make sure we have the pieces right. So anyways, in this one, let's do, there's a piece of text paper in there that's folded in half. Let's do that first. Because I do text inserts. I've seen people do text inserts where they put tape all over the whole inside and then they just lay it down and then it buckles in the middle. So I like to do my text insert. And the text insert doesn't go all the way top to bottom. So when you're putting your tape on, don't put it at the top and the bottom, because otherwise you'll have loose adhesive there, or exposed adhesive. I like to use my 1/2-inch tape, but it doesn't matter. If you use your 1/4-inch tape, you do it just on either side of the score. Okay, just tape, and see my score is right there, and I've got tape on both sides of the score. Then I hold it at about a 90-degree angle. I take my folded text insert, hold it folded, and I just kind of set it right into that score. If I do it while it's flat and I put it over that score, then it's going to buckle in the middle too. So, but if you hold it at a 90-degree angle and just kind of set it right into that score and then fold it, then it's attached a little bit on either side of that score. And I kind of leave it loose. You know, I mean, you could tack it in the middle more if you wanted, but I don't mind that, so I like to just leave that like that. Ooh, now this one is missing the piece of pattern paper, and I think it's missing that because we pulled it out to measure it. So I am going to go see if I can find a piece of pattern paper really quick because I'm missing that. So while I am doing that, if you want to assemble your coffee cup, you can start that. The coffee cup has this middle section, and then I popped up this circle with foam tape, and then you have a little teeny tiny heart in there, and I attached that little heart. So yeah, and then you also have the lid, and you have a straw, and they were all assembled in there. Wendy did these for you, and Wendy was online earlier. I don't know if she's still online now.
Wendy Little?
No, Wendy Gilbertson.
Oh.
Wendy, my neighbor.
Yeah.
My old neighbor.
Yep. I didn't see her, but
I saw her pop on, so I don't know if she's still on. And anyways, you're going to pick out whatever word you want to use, and I gave you extra words. So hang on, I'm going to go see if I can find a piece of pattern paper. Okay, I did. Yay. Because, yeah, the
Yay,
sample just
she's
got
back.
put in there after we cut some. So, just ended up in the wrong spot. So, I'm going to attach my pattern paper. This one will be the quickest one of all the cards. It's just a layered card. But I've been trying to do 3 cards. I think that's a pretty good amount for an evening. Let me know if you guys agree, disagree, would rather do 2 or whatever. But yeah, I've been trying to do 3 cards, so like our Crafter's Classroom, since we're doing all A2 cards without any type of mechanical ones, that's why I did 4, but we are watercoloring them. But yeah, in classes I've been trying to do. Okay, then I'm going to cut my rickrack border. Now mine, I didn't have as big a border as I do on here. I'm not sure why, but yeah, that happens when we cut at different times. So occasionally things end up a little off. So yeah, that's going to help if we increase our kit amount, because then Becky's just doing the kitting once.
I'm done playing with these nails.
I'll take a picture of her nails. How about that?
Okay.
When she gets them tomorrow night when I'm there with her. Maybe she'll even have them on next week.
Yeah, maybe if I don't get frustrated with them. Oh, my nails are nice, in nice shape, but
She wanted something sparkly.
yeah, and I could put sparkly nail polish on, but these look like fun.
Yeah. So you probably just saw I moved my rickrack trim. I had put it in the middle, and this oval goes closer to the top, so I didn't end up moving it around.
Yeah, Wendy Gilbertson is still on.
Is she?
Yeah.
Okay.
These nails are almost as glittery as your paper, Sarah. I should have just cut out some paper and put it on with some glue.
Well, that would probably be a little more difficult.
Yeah.
Okay, I need a little bit more foam tape because I ran out. Okay, so I need foam. I haven't assembled my cup yet, but I'm going to put it on anyways. I'll assemble it while it's on the top.
You
So,
know,
I did pop up my cup. You know what?
those animals remind me of a picture that I have of Leah when she had and Jake were celebrating their birthday when Leah was like 9 or 10, and she was laying on the ground looking at one of your cats.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know that picture, right?
Yeah, I do. So this coffee cup die, there's a bunch out there probably, but this one is from Impression Obsession. For the heart, this is just, I have an old little McGill heart punch. Who remembers McGill punches? Does anybody?
I do.
I know, but with dies, does anybody even own punches anymore?
And I do that too, but I don't get them out. We should get those out. We should go find out what's in that back room, Sarah.
Yeah.
All my
oh my
stuff.
gosh. There's probably a lot. All right. You know what? For this, I'm gonna. So the straw does fit inside, and I am gonna put glue on here, which I don't normally do, but. You know what? I think I'm just going to put some glue on here. Because I got it out. There we go. I'm not usually a wet glue girl. That's why, because it gets all over your work surface. Okay. And if you put too much on, then it seeps out. And you have to wait for it to dry. Okay, now I remember. I guess that's just what you're brought up doing, because I went and taught at a store once and everybody had wet glue. Everybody. But just in that store, they just used wet glue, and I don't. So I thought that was weird, but it's just what, maybe they went to the store all the time and they didn't make and takes, and that's what they did, was wet glue. Anyway.
So Stephanie's got some too, Sarah.
Got some what? Wet glue?
Stephanie Huffman got punches.
Oh, punches. McGill punches, yeah. Or punches just in general.
I think that's what she means.
Yeah, punches used to be a big
She
thing.
says she has lots.
Lots of punches, yeah. That was before dyes. So I did pop this one up with foam tape. Yeah, I have a bunch of punches too. We used to, in the early days, we used to carry the McGill punches. Like, we were a distributor for them to stores.
That's nice.
Yeah, so that's why I keep saying McGill punches, because we carried them.
Oh, Hope Doran loves punches. And so does Joyce Green. She has big cricket and big shot. Even though she has the cricket and the big shot, she still uses punches.
Well, when I am kidding for you guys, like, for example, when we do the magic card that we're going to do, these are punches, because it's a whole lot easier to go chunk, 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 than it is to run it through the machine. So yeah, if I have a circle or a square or something that I need, I will pull out a punch any day.
Oh, your dad did that a lot. He liked that when he was here.
Yeah, he did. He sat there and did die cutting for us.
Yeah.
Okay, so I know better than this. This is not the best plan, is to put adhesive over the back of when you have foam tape already down. So I don't know why I did it this way. So there we go. I'm going to attach that piece, and then that's all she wrote. You have some extra ones, so you could, and you might have some extra basis burgundy, so you could put one of the words on the inside if you wanted to, depending on how you cut and what you have left over. So let's pull out our cards that we made today. We made the Funky Fold Accordion, which is going to fold funky. Oops.
Okay, before you sign off, I'm going to come over and show you my nails.
Did you put them on?
No.
Oh, okay.
my real nails. Then we can do a comparison.
Okay, so come here.
Okay.
And I'll take a picture tomorrow night of her nice nails. She has nice nails. She has way better nails than I do.
Wait a minute.
Okay. So yeah, we'll get them all back up. There you go. We'll get them all sparkly, and then I'll show them.
Okay.
And we'll see if she has her nails next week.
Okay.
So, anyways, thanks for joining me tonight, guys. We will watch for a video of my mom sometime this weekend, and we'll see you next Thursday.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Have a great night.